Hi everybody. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. I was making a video. I was going to read something. I don't know if anyone's heard. Well, I have talked about it before on this channel about, Admiralty law, and that's how, the law system and the courts and everything are ran over here in the United States of America, which is a corporation. But so I went to listen to a guy the other day, and I just have a little pamphlet, and I was just going to read it to just let you know. It's a quick and easy thing. If you don't know anything about it, it'll point you that you can do more research on it or whatever. And I'll just butt in, and when I think of something when I'm reading it or whatever that I might want to add. So this guy, I'll tell you about probably after. Okay, so it was for the, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of dark in here, but this is the American Nationals is what this talks about. Supposedly it'd be like being sovereign on the land that we stand on. So I'll just start this. I'll just read this and we'll go from there. Come back to the land and soil. Yes, it is the land and soil you were born on. Escape the federal government corporate trap. And what are you going to do about it? Well, first of all, you need to know who and what you are, and the fact that your nationality is determined by your place of birth on earth. If you were born within the borders of an American state, on its land and soil, then by definition you are an American, not a U.S. citizen. We have been lied to since birth. Discover the history behind the corrupt corporate government to regain your God-given rights and restore our great constitutional republic. Now, we've been lied to since birth. What he's getting at there is with your birth certificate. And, with the law of the sea, the words are gonna be similar to what you would use if you were talking about a ship on the sea or a vessel. So, when a ship comes into port, they have to give the port their berthing record, and that tells everything that's on their ship, and so they know what's on their ship. And so when we're born, we get a birth certificate, and then after they take your footprint and put it on there, then that gets sent off to the Vatican. And the Vatican holds your birth certificates as a bond that they trade on the stock market. And each and every one of our birth certificates are worth billions and billions of dollars, because it's our money, really. It's not their money. They've just tricked everybody. And, So that's with the birth certificate. The civil peace flag. The existence of the first U.S. civil flag came about in 1767 when members of the Sons of Liberty rebelled against the Stamp Act by turning the flag of the British East India Company on its side and then flew it on the Liberty Tree. On its side, vertical stripes were then declared to represent individual sovereignty from the King of England. This new flag is also known as the rebellious flag and the common law flag, and it quickly became the flag of the American Revolutionaries. Now, what I'll say before I read this part of it. Now, so all the lawyers that practice in these courts around, they all pass the bar exam, right? Well, the bar exam, they have sworn an oath to the British Crown over there, The bar, the British accredited registry, is British. So they are being judges and lawyers in the maritime law. The flag that would be like on the wall behind them with the gold fringe around all the edges of it, that's the maritime flag. And that means that you don't have any constitutional rights under that flag. Maritime law, you don't have constitutional rights. That's only for land, you know. So they've tricked people. So I just wanted to throw that in there. We who were born in this country were born Americans on the land and soil jurisdiction known as the United States of America, unincorporated. A few days to a couple of weeks after birth, a birth certificate was created in your name, well, sort of, and registered in the state you were born in, but with a little twist. Magically, your name is now in all capital letters, a corporate entity. And what they're talking about there, you can research, it's called, your straw man. Research your straw man, and this will go into all of that as well. Once registered, your status as an American also changed, without full disclosure or your knowledge. Babies can't read or make agreements anyway, right? And you were labeled and misidentified as a U.S. citizen. In much in the same deceptive way, we have been trained to believe and speak of the United States when referring to America in our union of 50 states. The fact of the matter is, each one of our states is a separate nation unto itself. We derive our nationality from our individual nation states. We are Wisconsinites, Georgians, Michiganians, and identified as the people of 50 individual nation states for a specific reason. The United States is a corporate entity, a separate and foreign nation with respect to America, and it has a totally different form of citizenship called a U.S. citizen, which you're an asset at that point to them for a business. If someone asked, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" you would say yes. And this is not true for over 300 million Americans. The ramifications to our country and our lives have been and is continuing to be catastrophic. Look at the great job our political comrades have been doing for decades. The Republican Party and Democratic Party are also corporate entities, having nothing to do with our true governmental system of the people, and the politicians know it. As a U.S. citizen, you are forced to follow the corporate, municipal, and territorial governmental authorities, agencies, courts, and all of the 80+ million rules, statutes, codes, ordinances, and executive orders. Blah, 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 and at gunpoint if need be. How many constitutions does a country need anyway? Did you know there are exactly 3 constitutions? Each are 3 separate contracts of the 3 governments with the separate federal subcontractors. The defunct and this far never reconstructed Confederation, the British Territorial, the Commonwealth government, and the municipal Holy Roman government. Who knew? The constitutions are debt agreements. They lay out service to be provided, along with who is responsible for providing them. Each constitution is a contract between we the people, the employer, and government, our employees. The 1787 Constitution for the United States of America, unincorporated. The Federation of States, the United States of America, unincorporated, 1776 to present. The 1789, the Constitution of the United States of America, territorial. British Territorial, United States. The United States of America, British Maritime and Admiralty Law, 1789 to present. The 1790, the Constitution of the United States, municipal. The Papist Municipal United States. The United States Roman Civil Law and Municipal Code, 1790 to present. Are you concerned about the national debt? Americans shouldn't be concerned, since the national debt is actually the debt of the United States, the corporate government, municipal, and the United States of America, territorial government. Both are foreign entities and in no way connected to the American people. Unfortunately, if you are a U.S. citizen, at least in their eyes, you are on the hook for the debt. U.S. citizens cannot own land in America. They are legally tenants, and in all cases where U.S. citizens own homes, own is in quotations, homes or land in America, they have only tenant rights, even if they have worked hard and paid off their mortgage in full. If they do not pay property taxes, rent forever, they will lose their home. The good news is, once you have declared your status as an American on the public record publishing, you will be recognized as such, and everything changes for the better. Do we really have to pay federal income taxes? If you work for the federal government or a franchise thereof, yes, you do. The IRS Form 1040 Federal Income Tax Form is a contract. If you sign it, you must pay the tax. Only federal employees, their dependents, or military, and a few others have to pay these taxes. Additionally, the IRS has no enforcement authority over anyone except those listed above. And I know a lot of people look into this for the sole purpose of, like, so they don't have to pay their taxes or anything. And that, you know, Jesus said, give Caesar what's Caesar and give to the Lord what's the Lord's. So it would be nice not to pay taxes, yeah. I know that the guy that is doing this, that's going around talking to people about this and everything, he doesn't pay taxes, and he said he hasn't for 11 years or 12 years, but right now he's still fighting the IRS, you know. So it's not like it ended with him fighting them. And getting into something like that, you know, if you're, you know, he doesn't have a driver's license, he doesn't have a license plate for his car, you know, he because really we shouldn't have to have that stuff, but through the legal work and everything. But like, so they're gonna give you a hard time about this. You know, you can't call a lawyer because all the lawyers are from the bar exam. You know, they swore their rights over to the crown, and so you got to do it all on your own. You know, you got to know all the laws and all of that stuff. And but that, you know, that's just a little over my head, I think, for, you know, I don't know, maybe not, but it would take a lot of knowledge to be able to do that. But anyhow, I thought that I would just put this out and a little bit of information on that, and let people know about it if they haven't. You know, look up your straw man, and you know, and like the three things that you usually see on top of the flags in, like, with the government, and it's either the ball on top, the spear, or the eagle. And the ball on top is the commerce, the spear is the military, and the eagle is the president. I think that's in the right order. I know the eagle's the president. The other two might be switched around, I forget. But yeah, and the gold fringe around it, that's, you know, that's law of the sea. So anyhow, hope that this helps somebody that might have been thinking about this before or whatnot. But I'll talk to you guys later. And oh, you know, I want to thank all of my subscribers. I know that my channel is locked down. I don't get a whole lot of subscribers on here, but the ones I do have, I love you guys. So just wanted to tell you that, and thanks for your comments. I like reading the comments and everything. I'm not real good at, I don't like texting because I don't have a cell phone. I don't like really writing stuff. I like talking to somebody on the phone. So like, if my comments, I always worry about somebody's going to take the stuff I write the wrong way or whatever. So just to let you guys know about that. Anyhow, talk to you guys later. See you. Love you. Bye.